Hello again, friends and fans. Raptor here, and welcome back to Kursk. We continue our playthrough as a spy on the Kursk. It is the year 2000, and of course you all may know, or maybe you don't know, the fate of this submarine, but she went down in the Barents Sea in the middle of 2000, in August 12, 2000, and we're playing a fictional spy that got aboard to look for some very specific high-tech torpedoes. So we're doing a few different odd jobs and looking for documentation and such, alluding to different types of engine types and taking pictures and breaking into rooms that we may or may not supposed to be in. So if you want to see more of this, make sure you click or tap that like button and let me know you'd like to see more. And of course, as always, thanks again for subscribing and watching those playlists too. This is a very different series than what we're used to on the channel. A little bit more of a really very casual playthrough with minimal commentary and such, as we're trying to get immersed into our situation here on the submarine. So I will continue to keep commentary at a minimum, and I will continue to read out messages and such aloud. Our current objective then is to find a flashlight and try to do maintenance on one of the, apparently there's a damaged torpedo, so we will continue to do that, and I'm just trying to explore areas twice to make sure we don't miss anything. Alright, let's continue. Attachment. Sign ACT to MRK 3285/C/2000. Verdict. On July 4, 2000, the Circuit Court in Murmansk, after reviewing the case of the accused of causing a road accident, the defendant, has reached the decision to discontinue proceedings. Justification. On February 10, 1999, a road accident took place at 6:30 p.m. The driver of a Lada Samara was negligent and violated the safety of land traffic by speeding at least 60 kilometers an hour, where on that road the speed limit is 50 kilometers per hour. The driver lost control of the vehicle and collided head-on with the Moscovich 2141 coming from the opposite side under the limit. As a result of the collision, the sister of the victim suffered multiple injuries, including 2 broken ribs. I think that means ribs. A broken right arm and general bruising. The victim, who was driving the Moscovich, has stated in court that the driver of the Lada Samara was the defendant. The defendant refused to take an alcohol test at the scene, claiming that he did not drink and was sober. A blood test carried out at the precinct showed that the defendant was under the influence of alcohol at 1.7 blood alcohol content, or BAC. At the site of the accident, the defendant claimed that he was not the one driving the vehicle, but his wife, who was sober. The police arrived at the scene 30 minutes after the accident, and everyone was outside of their vehicles at the time, with the exception of the female victim, who had been taken to the hospital. The police were unable to confirm the victim's claim that the defendant was the driver, and that he switched places with his wife after the accident. The wife of the defendant has confirmed her husband's statement, and she will answer for the committed deed. Intelligence Report number 1530-1218/K/2000. The presidential elections in the U.S. will take place on November 7th, 2000. The candidates are Vice President Albert Gore, Democratic Party, and the Governor of the state of Texas, George W. Bush, who was Republican. According to our sources, the American public is divided. The frontrunner appears to be Albert Gore, but this could be decided by the electoral votes. Everything points to this being the closest and hard-fought election in U.S. history. A win by the Republican Party could mean closer cooperation with NATO and a broadening of the alliance to the east. However, Bush's campaign is concentrating on the domestic policy, and the slogan "America First" could mean the U.S. becomes less involved in international affairs. A win by Albert Gore, on the other hand, could mean a continuation of the policies enacted by Bill Clinton's administration. Interestingly enough, that is true, and after 2001, the terrorist attacks, that all changed. Fishinger recipe serves 2 servings of waffles. Ingredients: 2 packs of waffles, 6 eggs, cocoa, dark chocolate, alcohol, sugar, 300 grams of butter. Preparation: beat 6 yolks with 30 spoons of sugar. Fine. Add 300 grams of butter and beat it to a consistent mass. Add 6 spoons of cocoa and stir. Melt the dark chocolate and stir into the mass. Beat 4 egg whites. Mix the froth into the mass. Add 1 or 2 shots of strong alcohol, rum, vodka, cognac, etc., and stir. Spread the mass evenly over each waffle and stack 5 on top of each other. Place an uncovered waffle at the top. Leave it for a couple of hours so the waffle becomes soft, and then cut it into thin strips. Bon appetit. Intelligence Report number 150-0124/K/2000. The connection of the service module ZESFA DOS-8 to the International Space Station was completed successfully. The module was launched into orbit using a Proton K rocket, with a successful docking procedure taking place on July 26 at 44:44 UTC. It is one of the station's 3 main modules and includes 2 cabins for astronauts, a toilet, and exercise equipment, as well as navigation and communication systems. The module has 3 mooring cables. How's it going, bro? You haven't written in a while. Didn't you watch the championships? It's too bad we didn't qualify, but it was fun to watch. I showed a high level of skill, and what Zidane did to the ball will go down in history. It's too bad we don't have a player like that. We'd win everything. Ever since you left, Mom won't leave me alone. Just like she used to complain at you, now everything falls on Dad and me. I got a lock on the door to my own room, so when I feel a quarrel coming on, I lock the door and she can't do anything. Remember, you promised to give me a tour of that Kursk of yours. I haven't forgotten, so just let me know when I can visit you. I hope it's soon. I need to get away from Mom for a while. Vasil. Here's our current stock. Pork, 452 kilograms. Beef, 213 kilograms. Chicken, 998 kilograms. Honey, 420 liters. Jam, 1,023 kilograms. Red wine, 853 liters. Cans of caviar, 251. Canned food, 1,482 kilograms. Cheese, 226 kilograms. Sturgeon, 365 kilograms. Herring, 298 kilograms. Potatoes, 1,527 kilograms. missile launch keys, perhaps?
Надеюсь, жена там без меня не скучает.
Ну, наконец-то хоть какая-то движуха. Я уже заждался.
В подарок дочке. Ей в следующем месяце исполняется 2 годика.
I believe that was another piece of the diesel instructions. The audio earlier during a cutscene told us that we'd collected them all, but that, I believe, is glitched. So I think we just found perhaps the second piece of the documentation, so I don't know if the game will count it as we've already collected 3 due to a glitch, or if it was just an audio glitch, so we may have to collect another. I guess we'll see in some time. I may have not said how this lockpicking works before, but the size of each one of those cylinders controls how long you'll have to hold the button for. So, for example, it's kind of like launching a pinball. The further you pull the plunger back, the higher that it's going to have to be knocked up. So, if you're trying to just hit a light cylinder up, you can tap it, and if you need to do a larger cylinder, you have to hold it for a little longer. Too long, not good. Too short, not good. Alright everyone, that will end today's episode of the Kursk again. We've discovered the reactor room earlier. That was quite interesting to look around. 2 reactors on that one. And it seems like we need to get into Section 5 in order to speak with Vasily or Dmitry. I can't quite remember the name of the person, but we'll get to that in the next episode. Things are going to, I think, go real slow for a while and then suddenly explode. No pun intended. But anyway, thanks again for joining me for more Kursk. If you're liking the series and want to see more, remember to aggressively click or tap that like button to let me know that you'd like to see more. And I will see you back here for more as well. Welcome to the new subscribers, and remember to check the playlist if you'd like to watch a full playthrough of this one from the beginning. I'll see you all next time. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.